The form we created in the previous tutorial is a good start, but in addition to collecting the site visitor's personal details, as well as the reason why they want to visit Saturn, we'd also like to find out how old the participants are, as well as which other planets they may have already visited. If you want to follow along, please start by opening the file TPA Saturn, which you'll find in the Lesson 19 folder. To insert the button markup, we will position the cursor after the closing paragraph tag and insert a new opening paragraph tag. As before, we will start by adding a label, which in this case is called age. Now, we'll add the outermost container for this new form control, called select. To begin, we'll insert the select start tag. When viewed in the browser, the select container will be displayed as a drop-down menu. Next, using the option element, we will create a list of options that we want to include in our drop-down menu. The first of which is whether the participant is 12 or under. Let's add that now. Here, you can see that we have included the value under 12. This is the data that would be transmitted to the server when a site visitor submits the form. This should not be confused with the text under 12 not allowed, the content that will be displayed in the menu. Now, we'll add the 12 to 18 age range. Notice this time we've included the attribute selected. This will ensure that the 12 to 18 age range will be the default option displayed in the menu when the page is first loaded. Next, we'll insert the 19 to 25 age range. With this in place, we will now add the rest of the menu entries and then close the select element, as well as add the closing paragraph tag. Having created the drop-down menu, we can now turn our attention to the list of planets that participants may have already visited. Just as with the drop-down list, we will wrap these new form controls in a new paragraph. To get started, let's add the start paragraph tag with the text, "What other planets have you visited?" Notice that we've also included a BR tag. This will create a line break, which will ensure that the question text we have just added is placed above the new form controls. Next, we'll add the start label tag. To ensure that participants can select more than one option, we'll be using the form control checkbox. Checkboxes enable a user to select many options instead of just one. Here's what the checkbox markup looks like. As with all the other form controls we've previously added, we have declared the input type, in this case checkbox, the name, value, as well as the ID. Having defined the markup for the first checkbox, we'll now add the closing label tag. We'll quickly add the rest of the planet checkboxes. Next, we'll add a closing paragraph tag. With all these in place, let's switch to the browser. Here in Firefox, by default, the 12 to 18 age range is shown in the menu. Clicking on the drop-down now displays the list of other options. Using the checkboxes, participants can tell us which planets they've already visited. We are still missing one vital form component, the Submit button. We'll look at adding buttons in the next tutorial.